Okay, for today's video, I'm going to show you guys how you're going to take this drive cup off the original armor vehicle and also this gear. Yep. How you're going to take those out and put it into this HR diff case. And well, you can do that on your armor to armor too, right? But the thing is, since I'm building a super outcast, right, I'm going to put it in this HR. Yeah, it's all the same. It's just the shimming of the shimming for the drive is a little bit different, right? Yeah. So I will let you guys know. Yeah. In the video. So right here, I'm going to show you guys what tools I use, what add-on I have, and yeah, let's go. Yeah, so when I bought the HR diff case, not the drive, right? I installed the drive already, but yeah, for the diff case, it only comes with the diff case, of course, the aluminum diff case, and it comes with all this screw, right? Spare screw. Some of them you might not need because you still have the armor one, or if you want to, you can change it to this new screw that come with the HR, and it also have a bearing. But I install it in there already. It's a little bit bigger than the original one. Is the outer one, this one right over here, right? Oh, this one, this bearing right here, is bigger than the original one. I installed it already, so I will let you guys know, right, in the video. Now let's go on to the tools. I find that most, like, this is a rear diff case that I just took off, right? So I'm going to talk about the rear only for now because I haven't took out the front. So the rear, I find that most of everything, like all the screw on the outer side, like on the outside, right? Not the internal stuff like the diff or something, but the outer, you know, the stuff that around the diff case, they mostly is using 2.5. So this is the only tools that I need to take this the original armor diff case out of the truck, right? Even the what's that? The chassis, yeah, the chassis screw. Is like those screw down there that to take off the diff case is 2.5 millimeter too, right? Those screw underneath. So also you need a torch for sure if you want to take out those screw from this armor. Yeah, I'm for sure in the in for the whole armature, right? If you own one or if you just bought one or whatever, you will need a torch for at least several screw, right? To take those screw out, right? You need to torch it. But I will tell you guys, yeah. But I think people will need a torch on armor vehicle, and you need a hammer, right? And you need a this is a 3.0 millimeter hex drive, and doesn't matter as long as it's the same size as the this is for my max, yeah, pin, arm pin, a banded one that I have no use, that I'm going to throw it in the garbage, but I keep it. I don't know why, but now that's it's useful. I can use it on this armor, and also you can use these tools. That's why I put it in the paper towel, because they're the same use anyway. But you can either use this one or this one. I will show you guys later. And for add-on, it will be shim, right? I got this one. Well, you don't really need to exchange all of them, but just depends on your on the spec of your shimming, right? So this is that's what I got here. 13, 16.15 millimeter Kyoshi shim, and also right here, right over here. Oh man, I'm blocking the light. Okay, I got the Protec RC1 13, 16, and 0.1 millimeter shim or washer. Anyway, that's the same. Yeah, so I got these two only, so I need to work around with this shim to make the diff work, right? And also I got the armor one, right, the original one. And right here, I'm going to replace my chuggy with fast eddy bearing. This is a kit, right, the armor outcast kit bearing. So one of the bearing I don't need to switch it out, right? Because it comes with the HR and it's bigger, and yeah. So I will, at the end, I will probably left with one, actually two, yeah, and the back end and front end, right? So I will left with two bearing for sure, right? Okay, yeah. So that's all the tools and add-on and the new diff case that I have, and let's just start the video. Okay. Yeah, cause mine is a roller, it don't have a wing when it arrive. So that's why I'm not going to show you guys how you take off the wing. But come on, it's simple. When you look at it, you know which bolt to take it out anyway, right? But my roller did come with a center blade, right? So yeah, from there, I will show you guys how you take this whole back end out so that you can take the drive out. So like I said, most of the screw that it uses at the back until I get to the drive. I mean until I got into the diff, it only used 2.5, right? So yeah, so I don't need anything else except this 2.5 millimeter drive. So first, right here. Yeah, I took it out already because come on, I'm in a hurry to finish it. And yeah, and then I suddenly think, oh yeah, I will do video on this part. Yeah. Anyway, so for this center brace, front and back, same thing. You need to use 2.5 millimeter drive to take the screw out, right? Yep. And after you unscrew the screw, then you can pull this out. Ugh. Yeah, besides the wing, right? Like I said, I don't have a wing on this roller. See, so you can do it like this because my front end is still attached, right? So if you have a wing, attached, after you disattach the wing and the center brace, then take off the screw on the bottom. Oh, take that full screw off that from that chassis, that full screw, right? Then you can pull the whole thing off already from the chassis. You can disattach it. You can disattach the whole thing. So that means if you still have the whole back end attached, you can take out the drive like this, right? If that's too much Loctite or something, right? You can put the whole thing on the ground like this and hit it until the drive inside fall out from the back of this plastic diff case or aluminum diff case, and the outer drive will fall down for sure, because without that rod it will fall down, like it will come off right from the top, right? So that's that. You really like you don't really need to take the whole case out of all these parts. You can just take the whole thing, put it on the ground like this, and hit it, right? It won't hurt anything, because come on, no matter how tight the red Loctite is, you already use a torch, so you loosen up the red Loctite or the rust already, it's easy to get it out anyway, right? It won't damage a lot, right, on this part anyway. Okay, for this HR diff case, like I know I did install a little bit into there already, but anyway, I'm gonna tell you guys, if like it's all the same, like even the plastic one or the metal one, like I mean not metal but aluminum one, how you take it out, like how you take this drive and the gear out is the same. It's same way anyway. The reasons I want to show this is because, yeah, some people might want to know this, but I don't know, especially new people. But anyway, yeah, since I'm, like I said, since I'm doing my outcast, like super build, then why not? Okay, let's stop talking. Just do it. Okay, so when you got your case out, like from the rig, HR or not, even if it's a armor one, you're probably going to have a drive like this. That is like the scrub screw right here. This is this drive is and the gear, right? The drive and the gear is from armor, right? Those armor stuff. So it's yeah, it will use the same drive. So the grub screw on this one is 2.5, right? So this grub screw here, oh sorry, it's too blurry. Yeah, oh come on. Okay, so this grub screw is using 2.5 hex screw drive, right? So you unscrew this way, but sometimes like armor, they put so much Loctite on their screw you cannot get it out, right? And also sometimes yourself too, right? If you put too much Loctite, or if you put a red Loctite and then you put a whole bunch of it in on there, you cannot break it up, right? Then what do? So on this diff case, or on the armor plastic one, if this drive is stuck on there, let me turn on the light first so you guys can see it better. Yeah. Oh, it's a little bit white, but that's okay. I just hope that you guys can see it. That's it. I didn't expect that. Oh, yeah, the white balance. I don't know. I don't even know what is that. Something about my new phone. Yeah, sorry everybody. I got a new phone, so everything will be different from my old phone, right? So I'm still testing my phone too, right? Sorry about that. But anyway, I hope you guys will not mind about this, because I'm still testing my phone and I'm still looking at the function, how to use my phone, right? So I don't know why it's so white, but anyway, I hope it don't come out like super white like this. But anyway, yeah, let's go back to the drive. So if you cannot get it out because of the grub screw, or the drive is stuck in there like very tight because of the red Loctite or blue Loctite or whatever, or if it's rusted, then get a torch. You have to buy a torch for armor for sure. So you have to have a torch at home, right? Yeah, I bought this because of the armor. So any torch, as long as it can hit the metal right here, right here, on this drive, right? You want to take this one out if the grub screw is stuck in there like so tight. Yeah, my grub screw is already halfway out, but I have to use this method too when I take the grub screw out. So, and also the drive. So first, the torch. So you do this, torch it into the middle of the drive. You can see that, right? Yeah, my torch is not working that well because it's sideways. Yeah, because it's sideways. Yeah, that's what you want to do. Go into that hole and fire up into the middle. You see that, right? You guys see that, right? Because when I was doing this on my armor diff, like when I take this drive out on my armor one, I do it outward. Yeah, and I put my whole diff upside down like this, right? Because this tank is a cheap one, a dollar store one. So if you do it sideways, it don't work. It don't work that well. You can see that frame, right? It just come out on and off or whatever. It just suddenly stop or something. So that's why I have to put my armor diff case upside down to do it, because the frame can, my frame can keep coming out. Yeah, cheap stuff, but it worked. At the end, I did unscrew this. Unscrew this 2.5 millimeter grub screw out of this drive when it was on the armor diff case, right? So when you did smell those burning smell, you probably will smell burning smell when your Loctite is unloose, right? So you probably can smell it, right? Because so many times when I use a torch on a grub screw that have a lot of Loctite or have Loctite on them, you can smell the burning smell. Then you know that it's ready to take off. you can take off the screw because you can smell it that it's burned. Yep. If after you torch it in the middle, right at this area, it does and when you use that 2.5 millimeter hex screwdriver and you can not get it out, you can also torch the screw, right? Torch that screw, right? Torch on that screw, right? And after you torch it, unscrew it, right? Unscrew it with the driver. But I really don't recommend you torch it onto the screw. Of course, that is the best way to get those red Loctite off. But the thing is, I have a problem before that when I torch it onto the grub screw, and when you're unscrewing it, right? I strip the hex on the grub screw, so because when it heat up, it's softer, right? The screw will be softer, right? So that's why I said try this way first, torch it this way first. If it didn't break off the red Loctite or the Loctite that they have, then torch it onto the screw when it's still attached. I need two hands right now to show you guys, you need the hammer. Yep. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see this. Like I said, how come I show you this at the beginning and told you guys that you need this? You have to be the right size. So this right here is 3mm hex. Yep, it can go through that hole. Yep. And this is the max shaft, what's that, arm pin. Yeah, arm pin, those arm pin, right? Banded arm pin. So the bottom one, but anyway, any pin will probably work as long as it's 3mm around, like this one, 3mm, right? Even this will work too, right? I will show it on this one instead of the pin. I did use the pin at the beginning, right, when I get this out. So when you got a Loctite, or if it's rusted, it got so tight that you cannot get it out. Like after you got the grub screw out, like the grub screw, after you get it out, like you got that out, it's still stuck in there, right? And you cannot pull it out, right? It's like, oh, right? Then get something like this, like 3mm. Put it into that, where the shaft, that's like I said, that's a shaft in there that is attached to this gear. Right here in the middle, you can see different color, right? The drive and the shaft is different color. So line this up onto that, the end of that shaft, that is the end of the this gear shaft, right? So yeah, line them up, and yeah, put it at the center of it. Put it in the center of that. Can you guys see it? Can you guys see it? I hope you guys can see it. I don't know. I'm going to block you guys. Block the view of you guys. Let me do it. I don't know what happened here. See? Okay. Finally, you can see this, right? After you got this out, right? The whole thing just fly out from the back, and the drive cup will fall off too, right? The drive cup. Okay. So that's how it is. I should say this is original from the arrma diff, plastic diff case, but I did install it into the HR already, right? Because I was so in a hurry to finish this project, right? Come on, I want one more RC. So that's how you take it out from the HR, and also the plastic one. Same thing on the plastic one, same thing. I will tell you guys how to install it later, but hey, come on, that's easy anyway. Yeah, let's talk about this. The bearing on the outer side on this HR diff case is different size than the arrma one. So this is the one that the HR get provided for me, right? For every one of this HR aluminum diff case, they will have this bearing provided to you with those screw over there, and that's, we include a case, so bearing, case, and all this screw. Yeah, HR will give you all that. So the original one, I put it away because I don't need that, right? Like I said, I'm exchanging them all to seal the bearing anyway. So the only bearing that you need from your arrma is this one right here, the internal one. But I use fast eddy bearing, right? Like I said, I'm going to switch them all to rubber sealed bearing from fast eddy. So this is a fast eddy bearing anyway. So but you can keep the metal, like the arrma metal shielded bearing in there too, because what happened is on the inside there's a lot of lube, so you're not going to have a lot of moisture in there anyway. So you can keep those bearing in, like that arrma one in there, but not out here, because shielded bearing is way better on the outer side, because that's always water, snow, or whatever that, like, it will touch the bearing on the outside, right? So it's better to have the sealed rubber bearing on the outside, and inside doesn't matter. You can get the arrma metal shielded bearing, or like me, get a fast eddy shielded bearing, or original bearing. I don't know, whatever bearing you like. So that's how the HR diff case is like. For installing it, it's the same as the way that I take it out, but you don't have to use a torch. That's it. Yeah, it's just like how you do it is like this gear, right? Have to point this way, right? You put it in this way. Well, of course, you put the bearing in first, the two bearing, and then put it in, right? and put it in, push it all the way, and then you can see the shaft, right? You see that's a cut out right here, right? A line, this hole on that cut out on the shaft. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can focus my phone and let you guys see. See, that's a flat area right over here, right? That's where your grub screw is going to hold on to, right? That's where this hole have to line up. This whole come on, focus. Focus. Yeah, my phone is not focusing because it's too bright. Yeah, this hole have to line up onto that right here. I hope you guys can see it. See, look at that. So you have to go line up onto that flat area. Oh, yep. Make sure it's all the way in and you didn't move your gear. Make sure the gear is all the way in too, and also the drive, right? That's what is the gear and the drive is the only two things that is holding on in between the case, right? So don't get it loose. Make sure it's tight. Make sure the gear and the drive is holding tight, right? Holding the case tight before you put your grub screw back on, right? And I screw the grub screw in. I'm not going to grub screw this right now, right? I mean screw this on right now because I want to do the other stuff before I put this on anyway. So that will be later. This is it for this part 3 first series. Yeah, I'm going to divide this into 2 series because this one is too long already, right, for the taking off of the drive cup. So the next one, right, the next series, so it's going to be part 3 second series, is going to be the shimming of the diff, that you're going to put it in the diff case, that the shimming of the diff case. Yep. So part 3 second series is going to come after this one. So hope you guys will stick around and take a look at all this, and hope you guys enjoy it and learn something out of it, and see you guys on the next one. Bye now.